Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And it looks like Katie Hobbs and her minions there in Arizona are already up to shenanigans leading up to the 2024 election. As we know, the 2024 election is the next presidential election, and it will be between Biden and whoever the Republicans nominate, whether it be Trump or whomever else is in the field. We'll be having to deal with what's taking place already in Arizona. Of course, Katie Hobbs wasted no time in dispatching her Arizona Secretary of State to start pressuring counties around the state to stop hand counting ballots in those areas for whatever reason. We know why. They don't want the hand counting going. They want to be reliant solely on their machines that they have. And we know what type of issues we had with the machines last time during an election there in Arizona. And we saw what happened to Kari Lake and numerous other Republicans there in that state. So Katie Hobbs is now pushing her state secretary to go ahead and start putting pressure on these counties. So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button, 1,500 likes. And if you want to help out the channel, you become a member of the channel, hit that join button, smash that super thanks button, or just hitting that like button is tremendous. Let's dive into it. Coming to us from the Gateway Pundit over here, says Democrat Arizona Attorney General, I said Secretary of State, I meant Attorney General, sends a letter threatening Arizona counties who can't count the 2024 election. It's already starting. Fraudulently, elected Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays sent a letter earlier this month threatening counties if they follow a resolution passed in the legislature which bans the use of foreign-made and non-compliant voting machines. No voting system or component or subcomponent of a voting system or component, including firmware, software, hardware, assemblies, and sub-assemblies with integrated circuits or of which any firmware or software operates, may be used to or purchased as the primary method for casting, recording, or tabulating ballots used in any election held in the state for a federal office, unless all components have been designed, manufactured, integrated, assembled in the United States from a trusted suppliers using trusted process accredited by the Defense Microelectronics Activity as prescribed by the United States Department of Defense. 2, the source code is used in any computerized voting machine for federal elections made available to the public, and the ballot images and system log files from each tabulator are recorded on a secure write once, read many media with clear chain of custody and posted to the Secretary of State's website free of charge to the public within 24 hours after the closing of the polls, and the legislature transmits the resolution to the Secretary of State. The legislature also passed SB 1074, designating the same requirement for electronic voting machines, but Katie Hobbs vetoed this bill. Hobbs had her own questions in her election through these faulty machines, with the 59% of them failing on election day. CSR 1037 was instead transmitted directly to the Secretary of State. The legislature is exercising our plenary authority to see that no electronic voting system in the state of Arizona are used as primary method for conducting, counting, tabulating, verifying federal elections unless those systems meet necessary standards of protection, Arizona State Senator Sonny Barilli said in a press release. And of course, we look at these articles here. Article 1, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution gives state legislature the power to regulate the times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives. However, the crooked AG wants to maintain the system that installed Katie Hobbs and herself. Chris Mays sent a letter to Arizona county attorneys on August 11, threatening counties that they are legally unauthorized from hand counting the ballots. The weaponization of law enforcement to influence election continues. And we see that right here. The breaking Arizona Attorney General sends a letter to all counties threatening them with prosecution if they count their ballots by hand. Yes, you read that correctly. This is what happens when thieves gain control. They make sure they stay in forever. So, yeah, they are running full court press because they know what 2024 represents, and they're going to do whatever they can. People like Katie Hobbs has already activated her minions within her own government now and are going to use law enforcement, dirty law enforcement in some instances there in the state in order to achieve these goals. So if you live in Arizona, you may want to keep a close eye on what's happening with your elections there, with the supervisor of elections in your counties. Maybe call up, ask some questions, And of course, as always, be respectful when you do that. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. I hope you have a great day.